Hey guys, this is K.A.R. Gaming, and recently I've 100%ed Super Mario 3D World. I'd like to share my thoughts on the game, so let's get started. For starters, let's take a look at the story. In the opening cutscene, Bowser doesn't capture Peach, but rather an entirely new character that Nintendo added. This was a pretty smart move by Nintendo, because now it opens up a completely new option of playing as Peach in the game. Peach's special ability is to float in the air. This is another thing I love about the game. Each character has their own unique ability. For example, Toad runs fast, Luigi jumps high, Mario controls easily, and Peach can float. And not to mention Rosalina, which is one of the biggest surprises I've ever seen in any Mario game. They even left her out of the game case in order to keep it a secret that she's a playable character. Okay, now back to the cutscene. Here we see that instead of Peach, Bowser captures fairies? Or Sprixies? I'm not completely sure why Bowser captures them in the first place. Maybe they hold overwhelming power when they're united? Well, it's never actually revealed in the game. Maybe Bowser just has a hobby for kidnapping, and the Mario Brothers are passionate about helping people escape captivity. Also, notice how each Sprixie never really has much of their own personality. This is probably because they're only meant to be in this one game. If Nintendo wanted to add them in future games, they'd probably each have something special to make them stand out from the rest. For example, when the Toad Brigade was introduced in Super Mario Galaxy, each Toad had its own unique trait. Blue Toad always wore glasses, Green Toad always carried a pickaxe, Yellow Toad was always sleeping, so on and so forth. Either way, it makes for a simple storyline. Bowser captures them, Mario rescues them. It's a pretty good way to start off the game. Now we get into actual gameplay. It spits you out in World 1, and unlike Mario 3D Land, you can freely roam around and interact with the map. This adds a lot more to the game than you'd think. It's pretty enjoyable running around the map and finding hidden 1-up mushrooms. And I gotta say, I'm mildly disappointed with World 4. It looks too similar to World 2, and I'm not that big on sand levels. It's coarse and rough and irritating and gets everywhere. However, Nintendo does do a pretty good job of making desert levels entertaining. With a grand total of 115 stages excluding stamp houses, completing this game is no easy task. But in the end, nothing compares to the satisfaction of completing the game 100%. Let's take a look at level 1-1. In my opinion, this is a great way to introduce the game's mechanics, as well as the new power-ups. There's plenty of walls to play around with using the cat suit. It's a great addition to the game, but in my opinion, it doesn't beat the Tanuki tail. I mean, come on, how fun is this? Another one of my favorites is the Mega Mushroom, which, come to think of it, is way underused. It hasn't been used in any 2D Mario game since New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS, and it was never added in the new Mario Kart games until Mario Kart Tour came out. A downside to the Mega Mushroom is that you can't store it in your power-up reserves like the other power-ups, and probably for a good reason. Moving on to 1-2. And no, I won't be reviewing every level because that would take forever. In previous Mario platformers, there's always been some kind of way to get infinite lives. In 1-2, there's a well-known 1-up trick. I've played this level countless times just for the 1-ups. You'd be surprised how many times you die near the end of the game. Now let's talk about cutscenes for a moment. Everything looks visually appealing. Combine that with gameplay and some catchy music, and you've practically got yourself a flawless game. No wonder this was the Wii U's second best-selling game. If this was ported to the Switch, and there have been rumors, sales would be through the roof. I also really hope that Super Mario Galaxy gets ported as well. Speaking of Mario Galaxy, that's another thing I love about 3D World. Near the end of the level in World Star-2, the Comet Observatory can be seen in the background. Now, as a huge Mario Galaxy fan, this is one of my favorite things in the game. They even added the observatory music to World's Crown to top it all off. The best part of the game, besides the levels, is the fact that I can choose my favorite character, Toad. Also, I just realized this, but did you know that you can see the rocket in the background of 1-1? My least favorite part of the game is probably the fact that you can't triple jump. The triple jump has been used in Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey, and every single 2D platformer since New Super Mario Bros. Removing the triple jump feels like robbing the game of its movesets. But there's still the spin jump and the ground pound jump to make up for it. So overall, this is a fantastic game with tons of hours of fun. It brings plenty of joy, and trust me, plenty of rage if you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, the vibrant colors, cheery music, and genius level design make this game worth completing. And there you have it, those are my thoughts and opinions on this game. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.